Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I had in my last video I had mentioned something about my financial rehearsal in preparation for retirement, and someone in my Premier chat had showed a special interest in the financial rehearsal part of it. So I thought I'll talk a little bit more about that today. So today we're talking about we're gonna go a little bit more deeper about rehearsing your retirement before you actually retire. Because a lot of people, they put a plan together, and they pretty much hope for the best. We're not going to hope for the best. We're going to start preparing for what retirement looks like and what it actually feels like when you get there, because we're going to do a little bit of a financial rehearsal. So not just planning it on paper, but actually living pieces of it financially and emotionally before we retire. So that's our next chapter that would give us a bit more confidence and less confusion about how things are going to play out for us. So we want to make sure we have a little bit of a transition period in there. So grab your tea, grab your notes. Let's settle in and talk about it a little bit. I want you to put down in the chat what your thoughts are and how you're preparing yourself for that transition period. Because we want to be more intentional about what we're doing so that it provides us more comfort. And really, we're moving towards that comfort, cozy life, that soft life. That's what most people think of when they think about retirement. So let's start putting things into play that's going to get us there. So why does a financial rehearsal matter? Well, you rehearse weddings, you rehearse any speeches or performances that you're going to give. So why not retirement? Why not retirement? A financial rehearsal, that's your chance to test out your life that you're trying to build for yourself and your family while you're still earning your income, right? So if you're still earning your income and you're playing out parts of your retirement life, you have a safety net that you can fall back on. Because, let me explain. You really want to know, can you actually live the life that you want based on the income that you're going to have in the future, right? So start with that future income. Start by estimating what your retirement income is going to be, whether that's Social Security, your pension, your 401k withdrawals, or your annuity, and any other sources of income that may be coming your way. Once you know your expected monthly amount, don't guess. Actually put pen to paper and figure it out what you're expecting to have. And try living on that amount for at least a couple of months. A few months if you can, but at least a couple of months. And that's going to be a powerful eye-opener for you. You quickly see what's going to fit into your retirement plan, what doesn't fit, and where you need to make adjustments, which is mostly important, without that pressure of being fully retired yet. We're going to do a dry run. We're going to do 2 months. Do more if you can, but at least 2 months of trying to live on the income that you're expecting to have during retirement. We want to track it and we want to trim it, but we want to trim gently, right? This isn't about deprivation, it's about awareness. Keep track of your spending. You might find there's some subscriptions or something that you could live without. You don't need them anymore. That's where you want to start trimming. Grocery habits. Look at your grocery habits and start refining, or even look at small luxury things that you like to have or things that you like to do, and figure out which ones are most important to you. And you want to include those, the ones that are important to you, you want to include those in your budget. The goal isn't to cut anything, that's important to you. We're not cutting everything. It's to align your money to your level of comfort that you want to have in retirement. and of course, the rhythm of how you want to live your life in retirement. Start adding in that consideration, because remember, it's not just financial. Start practicing your retirement days. On your days off, whether that's leave or weekends, you want to try to assimilate what a day in retirement feels like. So try sprinkling in those retirement days now. Use your leave, use your weekends, and assimilate a day of retirement. What does a slow morning feel like? What do you naturally want to do with your time? We're practicing retirement. This helps you with more than just money. It helps you emotionally transition into that new way of living. You don't want to just, retire and then wake up the next day and not have any idea of what you're supposed to be doing with the rest of your life. Build yourself a flexible plan. Financial rehearsal is not about perfection, it's about preparation. So you'll make mistakes along the way that you can learn from and you can adjust from. Use what you learn to update your plan for retirement. Do you need more savings? That's important, right? Do you need less of a house? Do you need more travel funds? Okay. This is the perfect time to explore that while you're still having options. For example, if you think travel is going to be a big part of your retirement, go ahead and start taking some small trips, right? You figure out, how much do I actually spend when I travel? What kind of accommodations are going to fit into my new retirement budget? What are some responsibilities that I need to take care of during retirement that are different from what you have now? It could be simple things like, if you have a pet, who's going to be watching your pet while you go on travel? Is that something you really want to hinder your new retirement life because you didn't figure it out in advance? Because a lot of people, contrary to what people think, wait until they retire to start doing their traveling. And they haven't done the dry rehearsals, or they haven't done them lately because of all the things that have been going on, plus work and, home responsibilities. So they haven't done those things in a while, maybe 2-3 years or so. So this is a perfect time for you to start exploring while you still have some options. And so many people approach retirement with anxiety because they haven't done the prep work, or at least they've only done it on paper. But you don't have to do that, right? We're going to do some simulations to figure out what we need to adjust. Whenever you rehearse, you're rehearsing with intentions. You're trading that panic that you have at the last minute for peace. You're going into it knowing already things that you need to do to be comfortable. You prepare in a way that honors both your financial future and your present well-being. So remember, retirement is not just about money. There's an emotional transition that goes along with that. Not to mention expectations from other people, whether that be friends or family members. We can talk about that later. Thank you for spending time with me today. If this is helpful to you, I want you to give me a like and share it with someone else who might be walking that journey towards retirement as well. And remember, you're not behind. You're just starting to prepare and give your retirement plan more intentions and more action in terms of preparation for your future retirement. I hope this was helpful. See you in the next video.